Alafia, greetings, welcome, and thanks for joining. Those of you who are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and like and comment. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. Giving glory and honor to the Most High, the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, the Guardian Angels, and the Ancestors. So today we're coming from Ephesians. I'm going to talk about Ephesians and putting on the whole armor of God. Okay? So I'm going to start with all four signs: earth, water, air, and fire. So what do they need to know to put on the breastplate of God? What do we need to know to protect our heart? Because that's what it is, right? We have to protect our heart. A lot of times we don't like when our heart is broken and things don't go our way, but that's when God really enters and makes it work in our lives. It changes things. We cannot run from the darkness. We cannot run from the shadows. We don't fight against flesh and principalities, right? We fight against the dark forces, right? So we have to go into those dark forces, those dark places that we don't like, and shed some light. So what do we need for our four element signs to put on the breastplate of God? And put those cards right there. Okay? All right. So then we need to prepare our feet with the gospel of peace, right? A lot of times we feeling stuck and we're not getting to where we need to go because we're not moving right. We're not moving in peace. Okay, so this first pile is going to be fire. We're going to do fire, water, earth, air. Fire, water, earth, air. So where do we need to go to make sure our feet are prepared with the gospel of peace? Remember I said fire, water, earth, and air. That's what these cards coming out. I'm sorry. Fire, water, earth, air. All right, where do we need to go? What does our journey need to look like? Okay. All right. Trying to make my space. So, our shield of faith. Okay, it's important that we believe in what we're doing, right? So what do we need to do to increase our faith? What do we need to do to increase our faith, to put that shield on, to give us a little bit more courage, to a little bit more confidence, believing in ourselves, believing in our spiritual guides, believing in our team, believing more in God? Right? Our shield of faith. Because we know with anything, and it tells you that, you know, we go through these different stages in our lives. We've gone through religion. A lot of you are stuck in between religion and spirituality. But those that have already been baptized in the water, baptized, gone through that fire, and are living in the spirit. Now you're trying to get to the point of master, right? Okay, that takes faith. That takes faith in believing in yourself, because sometimes you're going to have to stand alone, but stand on your square. Stand for what you believe in, okay? All right. So what do we need to know to believe in ourselves? All right, there's our shield. And then the last, our helmet of salvation, right? When I come on here, when I do these lives, do these videos, I try to make sure my head is covered. My crown that receives downloads, that connects me to the universe, okay? Our head, they're antennas, okay? We have to protect our crown. You have to put on that helmet of salvation. Okay, that will save you, protecting your mind, your thoughts, what you're putting in here. Because what you put in here is eventually going to manifest in the material world, right? So we have to protect that. All right, I'm going to order tarot for that. Okay, so this is for the helmet. What do we need to protect our crown? Protect our thoughts, protect our mind. All right? And then we need the sword. The sword of the spirit. Okay? And that is the word. That is the word of God that comes through you. We're all messengers. What that means is speak your truth. Tell your story, because you went through some things for a reason, right? I'm gonna go to my manifest success. You went through some things for a reason. And it wasn't just for you to go through some things, right? And a lot of times we don't learn from other people's mistakes. Some people do. A lot of times people don't. However, it is your job, when you are anointed, when you are a servant, when you made the decision to go on this spiritual journey, when you decided that you wanted to heal. Okay, I'm trying to get these cards in. When you decided you wanted to heal, it wasn't pretty, right? You went through some things. You went through a process. But there's bliss on the other side once you reach that level of master, right? So it's important to use your throat chakra, okay? We were given the word for a reason. And it's not to hold it inside. You are supposed to share your light with the world, okay? And you just can't pray and sit and just wait for things to happen. You have to pray with perseverance and supplication, which means you have to do the work, okay? You have to do the work. And it's okay to sit still. But right now, under this is Aquarius moon, we're being encouraged to try new things, to look into futuristic networking, new ideas, okay? Jumping out of the box. This is not the time to stay the same, okay? Right now, during this Aquarius moon, your thoughts, they're going to be more intellectual and less emotional. Your conversations with others are going to be more impersonal instead of personal, right? Because now you have learned to protect your space. You have learned to set those boundaries, okay? So what do we need to be successful? Okay, so our fire sign, starting off with our fire sign, putting on a breastplate. Fire signs, this is what you need to protect your heart. Okay. Confront, here it is. Speak your truth. Okay, things are ended. End those things that do not no longer serve you. Let it go. Life and death is going to occur throughout your life's journey, whether you like it or not. Holding on to things that no longer serve you is not going to help you. And also looking at this, balancing that light and that dark. Again, you have to go into the shadows to spread some light. Okay, this is to protect your heart. Okay, remember, we're putting on a breastplate. We're putting on a breastplate of God. So protecting your heart is to confront those things and those shadows that you don't want to deal with. Okay, water sign, to protect your heart. Teach. Okay, again, like I said in the beginning of this video, you didn't go through things just to go through things. You have to share your experience. You have to share the things, the mistakes that you grew from. Okay? Nothing in this realm happens by coincidence. It's not really a mistake. Okay? It just didn't turn out the way that you wanted. So you learn from, we live and we learn, and then we learn how to live. So teach those things. Okay? That's our water sign, okay? Going to earth sign, putting on the breastplate. Okay, healing begins. Okay, this is for our water signs. Okay, so healing begins and it starts, look at this, in the heart. This is the center. Okay, so this is our water signs. You got to start healing. I mean, earth signs. You have to start healing your heart. Okay, again, getting in there, getting in those shadows, writing those forgiving letters, burning them, releasing them. It's one thing to say, okay, I forgive such and such, or you get certain people out of your life. You're away from certain situations. However, the energy still can remain, and it still can resurface if you did not heal from the experience before. I do natal charts. I had a lady, I pulled her natal chart and she said, oh my gosh, there's so much information. It helps me understand myself better because some things we cannot change. Okay, so trying to look in the past and wishing things would be different does not help, right? But she said it helps me understand my habits. Okay, we don't inherit certain disorders and diseases from our family members. We inherit habits, right? So start with your heart, water signs. I mean, earth signs. I'm so sorry, y'all. Earth signs. Air. These are our air signs. Reach out. It's okay to be in solitude. It's okay to have your me time, your time to yourself. But guess what? Reach out sometimes. Don't be that person that says, oh, such and such don't call me. They don't call and check on me. The phone goes both ways. Okay? So if you haven't heard from someone and you feeling some type of way, pick up the phone, call them and see. Okay? Don't always look for a helping hand. For you, reach out and see who you can help. Okay? So now, moving on to our preparation of the gospel of peace. Fire signs. Okay? What do you need? Okay. Heal the ouch, but it's upside down. Okay? It's in reverse. You've been through that fire. You've been through that. You've been through the worst that could possibly ever happen to you at this point in your life, right? So it's turned around. Don't dwell on it. Count it all joy. Count your healing, right? You're healed. Say, I am healed. Watch what you say. Yeah, watch what you say. Words are spells. You have to remember that. And remember that, and it said, go inside, use your intuition more, listen to your inner voice. You have to remember when we revisit speaking about certain things, it brings that energy back. You get that energy, that experience life again. So stop revisiting those places that you have already healed from. It's done, it's finished, it's over with. Water. Strategy. Okay? Again, this is upside down. This is in reverse. So it's saying, okay, we see you. But guess what? You have help. You have help. So look for assistance with your strategy. Stop trying to do everything yourself. Okay? This is what you need to bring peace into your life, right? This is preparing us for peace. Strategize, but look for help from others as well. Earth signs. Wishing well. Okay, so here we are, earth signs. It's in reverse, okay, which is, and this is card 48, which is 12, which is also 3. So balance. We can't just sit around and wish for things. Again, you have to do the work. You have to use your words. If you want people to understand you, understand your traumas, first of all, try to understand other people's traumas as well. And try to maneuver from that heart space. Okay? So you can't just wish things to be a certain way. So if you've done that already, you've done your prayers, you've done your meditation, you're grounded, and you're still feeling like this sense of stuck. Why? Because it's time to start moving and doing some work. So that's the balance. That's where that 3 is popping up in balance and getting those. You just can't be up in here, and I don't know why I'm here. Virgo. Very analytical signs. You know, earth signs can be very fixed, stuck in their ways, right? So therefore, you got to get out of your way. You got to get out of your way. Okay? Air. Solitude. Okay, so this is what is going to prepare you for your peace. Okay, having that alone time, doing those things that make you happy. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop trying to make everybody else happy and then wondering why you feeling some type of way because you've given all your energy away and you haven't left enough for yourself. So also make sure that you are spending enough time with your self-care. I'm here up and up on your self-care. Do more. Spiritual baths are a must for you. That is our air signs. Okay, faith, fire signs. What do we need to increase our faith? Faith, the world in reverse, which means unplug, shut it out. Focus on exactly what it is that you want to do. Be specific and stay focused on that. It's a lot of chatter. It's a lot going around. If you got to turn the news off, turn the radio off, get off social media. Sometimes you got to put the world out and get into your own universe, okay? If that makes sense. Okay, that's our fire. Water, door to romance. Okay, so again, this is for your faith. To believe in yourself, it starts with loving yourself. Self-love, loving yourself, doing those things that make you happy, those things that you give away to other people. You have to give those things to yourself. Okay, and this is a great time under this Aquarius moon to sit down and journal, write some things out, some things that you have been thinking about, that big business plan, that book you want to write. Sit down. This is a good time to do it. The energy is here